We're live, pal. Welcome to
Go for the Pin. Go for the Pin Wrestling Review Show.
With your boys, Mikey Q and
King V, aka Ember Moon Knight, aka Michelle McCool Running, aka Summer Ray Charles,
Mikey Q and King V.
King V, what's going on, homie?
Give your energy and feed that vibe into the world.
Mike, you still owe me a chopped cheese.
I mean,
Hey, Mike.
Go for the
Yes. Go for the Pin, episode 75. We are here with your hosts, Mikey Q and
King V, aka PM Dawn Marie.
PM
See how-
Dawn Marie. Okay.
Yeah, you see how I put the shade down, flip it, and reverse it like Missy Elliott? Really quick, just
Yes.
really quick, just a couple of things to address.
Hello to everybody that's joining us, by the way. But yes, go ahead, V.
Hey, just a couple of things that I personally want to address.
Yeah.
So it's okay to have opinions, right?
Yeah.
It's okay to disagree with that opinion.
Yeah.
What's not okay is to try someone that you don't know.
Mhm.
And I just want to let you boys, the girls, you theys, you thems, everybody in the binary in between know that I do fight niggas in real life. And that my aim is on point. So if you want to try somebody else. Play with your dick. Don't play with me.
Wow.
But now, we are here to talk about wrestling.
Do you want to tell everybody what that's in reference to? Like, what's going on, V?
I
Okay.
just want to say, keep it cute or keep it mute. You know, you thumb thugs on Twitter, in real life. So we just want to go ahead and just keep that on the up and up. Don't fuck with me.
Okay.
That's
DJ Knuckles is in the building.
it. Hey,
Yo, what's up, John? What's going on? Yeah. Try Jesus, don't try V. Yeah. Put that on a t-shirt, pal.
No, because I know how to search IP addresses. Don't play with me.
So we're here to talk about AEW Revolution. John, since you're here, if you check your messages, if you would like to join us, because I know you was writing down our predictions, I'd love to have you on tonight if you have a chance. If you can't, then it's okay. But if you could come on for a little bit, that would be great too. Yes, we're here to talk about AEW Revolution, some Impact notes, and some WWE news. We're gonna keep it simple here tonight, and also don't try V. You know, that's the motto of this show tonight. Well, I would actually be okay. I would actually be how you feeling, but I guess we can see it.
Other than that, like niggas that hide behind faceless, profiles.
Yeah,
I'm great. Is 1 week.
Probably got 20 followers.
It created September 2021. Anyway, almost a Twitter name. Fish V. No. Anyway, so it's 1 week until King V Day.
Yes,
and I'm very excited. And yeah, spicy season.
Yeah, spicy seasons. So we are gonna have something special for you guys next week. But just stay tuned. That's all we have to say.
Let's be transparent. We're gonna have something for you guys next week. But I'm gonna let y'all know right now.
You're ruining the gimmick. And I got it.
I don't care. I break kayfabe just like I break faces.
Oh God. Okay.
We are gonna have an episode next week. Next week is my birthday. However, space. It will be pre-recorded because as of next week, I will be like in a designated area. Recording. I don't work on my birthday.
And I don't blame you. You deserve to have all the fun in the world. And we are going to act like you're still here next week, but it's all right.
Yeah.
I
mean,
well, you're still going to be here, but like,
I'm not going to be here,
Right.
Yeah.
Let's get right to it. All right. Well, before we get to AEW, Impact had a show on Saturday. Impact had a show, I believe, on Saturday, and WWE did Madison Square Garden on Saturday as well. Now, I didn't go to the Garden show. I had prior engagements. I was outside in these streets on Saturday night.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
but okay. But so I didn't get a chance to watch
Oh.
anything. B, you did see the Impact show. Can you give us some thoughts on that show?
Honestly, the only thing that I truly cared about was the. Ugh, so happy! Congratulations to Tasha Steelz for becoming the
Yes.
Knockouts champion. Well
Yes.
deserved, long overdue. Very, very happy. That was the match I wanted to see, and the match that I was able to see, and the match that I saw. So, congratulations, Tasha. Very, very proud of you.
Likewise.
Viva Latino. And I'm very, very happy. I can't wait to see what you're gonna do next.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I heard it was a solid show, but I'll check it out. And yes, we do have my boy DJ Knuckles in the building. But just hold on. We're gonna get you on in a second. But I just wanted to ask about the Impact show. Was it so where did they do it? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Okay. Do you think that they eventually are going to be able to run bigger buildings again, or do you think this is the ceiling for Impact?
That's a good question. I do believe that they have the ability to do bigger buildings.
Yeah.
I just think more eyes need to be on Impact
Bingo.
before they're able to do that. And not for nothing, Impact runs good shows.
They do.
And the only problem that's really holding them back is where you're able to see them.
Yeah.
And the places where you can see them, watch live or what have you. I think that's the only thing to me, in my opinion, that's holding Impact back, because the roster's there.
Yeah.
The matches are there, the match quality is there. It's just the eyes.
Yeah. I agree. And without further ado, we're gonna bring in DJ Knuckles. JPS Music 15 on everything. DJ Knuckles is in the building, y'all. Round of applause for DJ
hey
Knuckles.
guys!
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, we're live now.
Hey, we're live, pal. What's
you
going on,
fellas?
bro? How you been?
I'm good. Life is good, man. Everything's lovely. How are you
Okay.
guys?
We good. We good. Can't complain. We good. You know.
I have that T-shirt made tomorrow.
Yes. We're gonna get like 5 of those pressed up. So we see that DJ Knuckles is joining us from a secluded area, like always, and that's what we love about this show here. He's in a very secluded area. Can't let it. Yeah, right. Exactly. Right. Don't
Not gonna
tell
tell you what's in this bottle
nobody.
either.
Oh,
Okay.
see, Lord.
Okay.
I know what this is gonna be.
All right, guys, let's get right into it. I'm sure we're gonna have a great conversation about AEW's pay-per-view from Sunday night. It was AEW Revolution. It was the second Revolution pay-per-view, I believe. And it was live from Orlando, Florida.
Yep.
Let's go through it real quick. The buy-in had 3 matches on there. And they were solid. They all got like time except, Hook's match. So it opened up with and Hook doesn't need that much time right now. Just go in and kill people. All right.
Yeah.
So the opening match, legit, Layla Hirsch versus Chris Statlander. Layla wins by pinfall here. After the gimmick to the head, and then she pinned her. What did you guys think about this? We'll go to John first, or DJ Knuckles. My fault. We'll go to DJ Knuckles first.
I think it's about time for Layla.
Yeah,
it's about that time. Just the fact, I'm so impressed by her ability based upon her size.
Yeah,
she's very, very small, but she wrestles like a Jade Cargill, basically. Like strength wise, and just like her move sets and how she flows through the match. She's exactly what her name is. She's legit. And I think it's about time. I don't know what title she's gonna go for, and I'll talk about that later.
Okay.
When we get to it.
Okay.
But it's they got to push her to like maybe that number 1, number 2 ranking. I guess for the AEW Women's title, because I don't think the TBS title has rankings yet, does it?
I don't think so.
I'm
I
not
don't think
sure.
so.
I don't think so.
I don't
Not
think
that.
So
so.
yeah, she's got to be up there and for one of them titles somewhere before the year is out. I'd like to see it.
I could see it. I could
I
definitely
see it
see it.
also. I definitely see it also.
But quick question. Knuckles, you took down all of our predictions last
I
week,
sure
right?
did.
You did? Okay. So save that. You have that with you?
I have it right here.
Okay, so save that. We're gonna actually see who was the most right on these predictions. So
All
Now,
I'm
why
gonna
would you
say
do that?
all
don't
I'm gonna
spoil it.
say is no. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Okay.
All I'm gonna say is it was very close.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, V, what did you think about the opening match here on the buy-in?
So I'm gonna agree. Like Leia.
Layla.
Jesus,
Yeah.
Layla,
Layla.
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 Not Layla L, but the other Layla.
Not that other Layla. But she's definitely legit. I also believe that she's up next. Once again, don't know what title. Um, I don't know, but the match itself was really solid.
It was.
Chris Statlander is really really good at what she does,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know I want to see more from both of them. In the coming years, in AEW's women's division.
I think we will. Both of them are young, I think we will. Um okay, the second match. We had Send Hook. We had Hook versus QT Marshall. Now I can just say, right? I watched this at a watch party for the Jabba Tears podcast at this bar in the city. It's called Legends, like I said last week. Great atmosphere. If you guys are ever in the New York City area when there's a big pay-per-view going on, they do a wrestling party every pay-per-view. So, and I haven't been in a while, COVID and everything like that, but it was good seeing some old friends and everything like that. I will say this. Hook is over. Okay, like I mean,
Yeah.
he is over. Great pop from the live crowd, great pop from the bar. It was really fun to watch Hook out there. I thought it was really solid. Knuckles, what'd you think about this?
You said it all. Hook is over, man. I haven't really seen a pop for a newcomer like this. Ooh, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a long time because the fans are fickle, man.
Fickle.
Somebody comes in new, and we gotta like perfect example. Rocky Maivia when he came out with that curly hair gimmick,
Yeah.
and he was like all fake. He was like, "Oh, we are the world" and stuff, and we
Yeah.
booed him out the building, and we booed and we booed him completely out the building.
Yep.
And,
Die, Rocky, die.
yeah,
Exactly. Yo, that was
exactly.
crazy. Yeah.
This is the first time I've seen somebody. This is the first time I've seen a crowd and a wrestling community take to a wrestler this quick.
Yeah, I agree.
And like, you know what I mean? And look at who his father is.
Yeah,
He's got to kind of know what he's doing.
Oh yeah,
and he's doing a job. He's doing a great job of what he's doing right now. He's kind of Orange Cassidy ish, but with a little edge to him. Kind of like doesn't very nonchalant, but very very effective in the ring. If that makes what I'm saying.
Yeah, the difference is it's not comedy with Hook. You believe
Right,
everything
exactly.
is legit when Hook comes out there. He's not going out there smiling and being a comedic figure. And listen, you need that in wrestling. I'm not trying to bury Orange Cassidy by any means. I think he's extremely talented. You need the Orange Cassidys, but Hook is a different type of character, and I'm all in for Hook here.
He's kind of Steve Blackman-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, minus the nunchucks.
Right, and the monotone theme music.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. V, what'd you think of this?
It was a Hook match.
It was a Hook match. Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
Do you consider yourself a hooker? You know that's what they're calling themselves, right? The Hook fans. They call themselves.
I won't be
I'll drink.
calling
I'll drink to that.
Have water.
Thank
So
I am a fan of Hook. I won't be calling myself that.
Woo.
Y'all Hook fans can have that. I won't be calling myself that, but I am a fan of Hook. Yeah.
okay, all right. Let's move on to the third buy-in match here. We had the House of Black, Brody King, Buddy Matthews. I've been calling him Buddy Murphy for so long. Buddy Matthews and Malachi Black versus Penta, Eric Redbeard, and Pac in a 6-man tag. Who wants to start this off? Let's go.
Because I don't have.
Yeah, let's go. V.
Yeah, I just don't have much to say about it. It was pretty good. I would say the Redbeard, Eric Redbeard, surprised me. So that's really about it. Other than that, standard 6-person tag match.
Okay. So I thought it was actually really good. Like I didn't think it was that just a standard 6-man tag. I thought it was like really solid. I thought that this was really fun to watch, and honestly, it could have been on the main show. They got 17 minutes. So that's a long time for a buy-in match.
Yeah. I'll talk about the length of AEW later.
Yeah, I think we'll all get to that a little bit later on. But yeah, I just thought this was really good. House of Black got the win over the baby faces, and yeah, I mean I thought it was solid. John, your thoughts?
It was good. Very long. I will say that. Longer than usual.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think I would have went with Eric Redbeard in this position though.
Who would you have chose?
It's hard to say because both of those teams, House of Black is what it is. It's very dark, very evil kind. And now Penta's kind of starting to go that with the whole Penta gimmick with his manager and the dressing up thing and kind of threw me. No, I'm not feeling it at all. Like Zero Miro, I was off. Yeah, like, I was yelling that in my living room like every week.
Me too.
So, but I don't really know. I'd have went with a little darker character than Eric Redbeard.
Okay, yeah.
Just to kind of fit the mold.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Where is? Never mind. I'll say that for later. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. And that was pretty much the buy-in right there. That was the whole buy-in show. Again, AEW going above and beyond to give you something entertaining before the show even starts. So I give them credit for that. So let's get to the main card here. The show opens with Eddie Kingston versus Chris Jericho in a singles match here. I'll start it off. I thought this was really good. I thought that Jericho realized, as long as he's been in the business, as smart as he is in the business, that those fans were cheering for Eddie Kingston, and he totally went heel on him, as he should have. So I thought it worked. It had the crowd heat, and Eddie Kingston finally gets a big win here on pay-per-view. I'll let you guys go. Let's go to Knuckles. What did you think about this?
It was done right. That Kingston definitely needed that signature win.
Yeah,
and I'm kind of glad that we're starting to see that early days inner circle Jericho come back. Because I kind of feel like the fan favorite Jericho that we've been seeing for the past year or so, it's kind of watered down a little bit, just a tiny bit, not that much. Yeah. But when he first debuted in AEW, that asshole Jericho, I was loving that. I was loving that Jericho because he could really kind of be himself and say what he wanted to, and there was really no restrictions on his character. His character was almost like an extension of himself.
Yeah,
and it felt real.
Yeah, and I think it's difficult because Jericho has so much respect within like with fans and the wrestling business that it's hard to like get heat, you know, if you're Chris Jericho, but Chris is so smart that he's still able to generate heat, you know, even though he's so respected in the business. So, you know, Eddie won by submission. I thought that was the right move. But V, what did you think of this?
Yeah, the right call, right person won. Honestly, that's all I got.
Yeah. Okay. You can
It
move on.
just,
Y'all kind of already said what I wanted to say, so
No,
something
sure.
just had to happen after this. We can't
Yeah.
just give him a win and then we be like, okay, Eddie Kingston won. Let's move on. He's got to move up.
So let's talk about it. Where does he go then? Since we're there, where does he go?
I would say TNT title, but seemed like that little area of story is kind of wrapped up, and we'll talk about that later. But
Okay.
you know.
All right. All right. Let's continue here. For the AEW Tag Team Championship, we had Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus. Does Marco Stunt still work there? Versus Red Dragon and versus Red Dragon and the Young Bucks in a 3-way tag. You said you start, guy.
Yeah. This was a really, really fun match to watch. The right team won. Oh
Yeah.
my god, the right team won.
I was scared a little bit. At some points, I was a little worried.
I did not want to. You know who I'm going to say, but I did not want to see them as champions again.
Yeah.
But the right team won. It was a lot of great spots.
As you see in most Young Buck matches, like, but that, yeah, it was really good. What did you think, Knuckles?
Well, in touche form, V said exactly what I was going to say. But yeah, I mean, let's be realistic. Any match the Young Bucks are in, they could put anybody over. They could put 2 mouse traps and a piece of cheese over if they wanted to.
Yeah.
So I mean, you really couldn't go wrong with the high spot Young Bucks, the technical Red Dragon, and
Spot Monkeys, as Matt Hardy used to call them,
and the favorite Jurassic Express. I mean, you couldn't really fail with that combination. So the right team won. It went over good, and 3.5, 4-star match, I guess.
I would say so. I think it was great. Okay. So then we had the Face of the Revolution ladder match. And guys, stay tuned to hear who actually was ahead in these predictions. Brought to you by DJ Knuckles. But yeah, so we had Wardlow versus Christian Cage versus Keith Lee versus Orange Cassidy versus Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ricky Starks. I just love the Powerhouse.
Not Powerhouse.
So dope. But yeah, yeah. Knuckles, you started off. Why not? If you guys are not watching on video, please watch on video because that was classic.
Yeah. The right person won.
Ooh.
Based on storyline.
Yeah.
Let me say that.
Mm-hmm.
The right person won. The person who I wanted to win did not win.
Yeah.
But I have my reasons for thinking why. And I'll say, well, I wanted Keith Lee to win. I think the reason why he didn't win is because it might be a little bit too early.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't kind of been there. I mean, he's an established name. Let's not get that mixed up.
Outside of AEW.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, he's established to the wrestling community, period. People know who he is.
Yeah, of course.
But I just think he hadn't been at AEW long enough. That's the only reason I can see by him not winning that match. And I think they're setting something up between him and Powerhouse Hobbs anyway. So
I'm all for it.
So him winning the Face of the Revolution would kind of scratch that story, and that's a story that I really do want to see. But it's a great match. The spots on the ladder, Ricky Starks. God, I wanted to go before.
I was nervous.
Jesus, I went before
and he has
God
a bad
in
neck.
prayer. Right, exactly. That's why I kind of freaked out. Like I went before God in prayer. I was like, Lord Jesus, Heavenly Father, please. This man been gone for 18,000 months. Please don't let this man get injured. But
yeah,
But yeah, it was a great match. Great match. Great match. And I'm happy to see Wardlow win.
Yeah, V.
So Warlow wasn't the person I was expecting to win, so I was disappointed on that front. But the match itself was really good. That spot that was it Wardlow and Keith Lee with Orange Cassidy on
Yeah,
the ladder.
you took what I was gonna. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
That
loved it.
that spot was I was like, wow, yeah. That part
We've
was
seen tons of ladder matches. I've never seen that spot before.
no, I can't say that I've had.
Nope, never seen that before.
That's
So
it. The match was good. Disappointed in the winner, but I guess. but
well,
yeah, it was
okay,
pretty good.
go ahead, go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Okay, well, I thought that honestly, if we're going storyline, I'm gonna agree with Knuckles. I think the right person won that match. If we're talking about a storyline here, I mean, um, Keith Lee just got there. I had a feeling he was gonna win that. Um, Powerhouse Hobbs could have won. I think that was like my second choice, but we'll get there. Um, I think that there's more of a story here with Warlow, and we'll get there.
Yeah,
So there's definitely a reason that Warlow won, and let's be honest, the power bomb symphony is over. So people like Warlow. People wanted
yeah,
this opportunity for Warlow, so I get it. I totally get it. I actually think that they went the right direction with
they did that too. Go ahead, just keep going. Just keep going.
I think they went the right direction with Wardlow winning this match. Oh man. All right. Let's keep moving on here. Let's talk about something I'm sure we are gonna appreciate talking about here. Jade Cargill versus Ty Conti. I almost called her Tay because I hear a lot of people calling her Tay. It's Ty. It's pronounced Ty Conti. Ty Conti. Okay. Ty Conti versus Jade Cargill for the AEW TBS Championship.
So,
Okay.
women's wrestling is my thing. So I just want to go ahead and start by saying Jade Cargill cosplaying as Jade from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes. Yes.
all right, everybody, calm down. Relax. No, but seriously, the match itself was really good. Ty Conti has improved a lot. Jade is she's moving at such a pace that within the next year or two, she's going to be a bigger star than what she is
Agreed. Knuckles.
now. And
Oh, sorry.
oh my, shit, I lost what I was going to say.
Oh.
I don't know. Whatever. Jade Cargill hours.
Well, you were saying that she's going to be a bigger star than what she is now.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see her being huge. I see her maybe in the next year or so moving from the TBS Championship to the AEW Championship.
Yeah, definitely. Knuckles.
I agree 100%. Jade is just different. She's just in a women's division. She's just different from anything we've ever seen. She's just domination personified, and I like the fact that they're not treating her like a Wardlow where she's just dominant, just running over people.
Yeah.
Like she has those spots where like, oh, wait a minute now. Like she had a spot like that in she had a couple of spots like that in the match against Ty Sunday, where it was kind of like, oh, wait a minute now.
Yeah, what you gonna lose?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's always those couple of times where like her streak is in question. And I like that. I like that they're playing Jade like that, the way she's not just like WCW Goldberg character where it's just running over everybody, and then like she comes out and like, oh well, yeah, we know. All right, 1, 2, 3, blah blah blah. They're playing her character exactly the way she's supposed to, and like V said, she's gonna be a mega star, like mega star, like in the next. I see it before the end of the year. She's gonna be the face of that company as far as the women's division is concerned.
Yeah, I thought it was solid. It was only about 6 minutes and 50 seconds, but that's
Yeah.
really all you needed. Well, you guys kind of just danced all over the beginning. I mean, right off the start, like a
Oh,
kiss, right in the. So let me tell you, when I was watching it, and I understand, I understand the reasoning behind it. I know everybody just they kissed. Like, there's a reason behind it. Okay, it was the kiss of death, like in Mortal Kombat. Like, if people don't realize, she was wearing the whole outfit and everything like that. So it's like, all right, that made sense. And it made sense for Jade's character because the week before, I think she kissed her on the forehead. So how do you
Mm.
up
right,
that? Okay, well, now I
right.
have to kiss her on the lips. It's like it makes sense. And then Ty kissed her back at the end of the match, like towards the end of the match. I'm gonna say this, right? Like I
Oh
said, I was at a bar, like I said before. When I tell you the pop from the bar at the
Yeah,
beginning of the match, it got everybody's attention. Right on
I
the right on the like,
I can imagine.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Even
I can imagine.
yeah, if you saw Aubrey's face, that's everybody's face in the bar. I had guys like, all right, this is a 6-star match already. I'm paying attention. I'm sorry, that's what it is. It is what it is. 6 stars.
the
And
annou-
not
the
in
annou-
Tokyo.
the announcers didn't do that moment justice at all.
No,
That 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 was a Jerry Lawler yelling at the top of
yeah.
his lungs. Jim Ross,
Oh, Jay
Jim,
Oliver.
yeah, puppies, and like a Jim Ross, my God, kind of moment. That's what I needed right
Yeah.
there. But
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
It was dope.
Well, I mean, we're also in 2022, and that's not gonna happen now. But yeah, I mean, nonetheless, the match itself, okay, was really solid. But they did a great job of getting everybody to pay attention right at the beginning. That's kind of the crust of what I'm saying is like, yeah, they got right off the bat. Okay, I'm invested. I'm watching.
Right
So
there.
it was really cool. I give them that. It was really cool and very solid win for Jade. All right, let's keep going here. Dog collar match, guys. CM Punk
I had to beat
versus
that up.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Okay. Who wants to start this off? Shall I? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going.
Well, MJF got exactly what he deserved.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
MJF and MJ and let me just say this, right? I know the kid is talented. I'm not taking that away from him. But he got exactly what he deserved. CM Punk beat him within an inch of his life. Okay, not really. But but it was the outcome that we all kind of was talking about last week, right? We asked the question, would Wardlow get involved? And he did. Now, I thought Wardlow would get involved and he would try to help MJF, but wind up costing him the match. But
Mhm.
no, it's not what happened. He actually turned on MJF. Um, and for those that didn't see it, MJF wanted the diamond ring gimmick. Okay. Wardlow, I don't know. I don't know where it's at. Well, CM Punk takes control and I found the diamond ring now. Puts it on the mat. CM Punk hits MJF with the diamond ring. MJF takes a bump into thumbtacks, which I give him bravo. Okay, bravo. And CM Punk wins the match. I thought it was really solid. I know V has some thoughts on this, but I thought it was really solid. A lot of blood, CM Punk. MJF not so much. Wonder why. But CM Punk had a lot of blood going there. The Crimson Mask. Even the beginning of the match, CM Punk came out to his Ring of Honor music, which I thought was cool. I didn't get it at first because, like I said, you're watching it at a bar, so I couldn't really get what music was actually like playing. And let me point out also, MJF finally did the thing with the code of personality where we thought it was CM Punk coming out, the code of personality, but really it was MJF coming out.
Yeah.
I thought that was great heel work, and it pains me to put over that prick MJF, but I will do it.
Yeah, way to cut a promo, Mike.
Well, thank you. You guys can go. Go ahead. Whoever wants to go, you guys.
I'm going last.
You going last?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, you're going.
Mhm.
Like you said, great heel work. I cannot say enough of how much I love to hate MJF. And that only means that he's doing his job well and is very efficient at it. like he's the theme with cult of personality, it threw me back to Jericho.
Yes.
Remember he did
Yes.
the lights on, and then he did the pose, and
Yep.
then the little different things of eras of Jericho.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
I
that
thought
was
was
that
cool.
was
Yeah.
that was dope, and the way he did it Sunday night was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Or Saturday, whichever night it was.
Sunday. Yeah, it was Sunday.
This might have been match of the night for me, but and we'll get on to that. I'll explain the but later on.
Okay.
But it I think they played the Wardlow thing correctly,
Yeah. Yeah.
where he didn't so much interfere in the match,
No.
but the point got across what was going on. Like he just was like, "Oh, I can't find the ring," and then he just
Yeah,
lays the ring down, i.e. Paul Heyman with the WWE Championship on
Mm.
the turn against when was it? When was it? Who was he facing when Paul Heyman just put the belt in the ring and walked off?
That
I
was
got
the. I'm
that
trying.
wasn't.
Was it Royal Rumble?
I'm not sure. But I know there was a situation where Paul Heyman was like, kind of. Was it Brock and Roman where he just put the belt in the ring
Crown
and kind of
Jewel,
just
maybe.
possibly.
Crown Jewel, yeah.
So
Crown Jewel.
he wasn't leaning to either side, but I mean we all knew where it was going. But he just put the ring on the mat and walked off. It was
Yeah.
like, okay, if MJF grabs it, okay. If CM Punk grabs it, okay. I'm putting it there. I'm done with it. I'm walking off.
Well,
And I
MJF
think
was already down selling, so MJF wouldn't have grabbed the ring. That was purposely
right
put there for Punk.
for CM Punk, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of what I got from it is, okay, MJF, I'm done with you. I'm putting it right there. I'm putting the ring there, and I'm walking off.
Yeah.
So
And,
I think it was cool.
And this is actually what I was talking about last week on the show. This would lead to Punk and Wardlow until MJF is ready for the world title, because I do think he is going to be the one that eventually beats Adam Page, but we'll get there. Yeah, V, your thoughts on this match?
Okay, few things. So Punk coming out to his original Ring of Honor music was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just a quick side note. It's okay if somebody didn't know that that was Punk's original music. Not everybody watched Ring of Honor, and not everybody was a fan of Ring of Honor. So stay out your fucking feelings. Anyway, so yeah, that was a nice touch. So I'm gonna be that person, right?
Uh-oh.
The match was good, right?
Yeah.
But it was too long to me. It was dragging a bit. I got to the point where I'm just like, all right, let's end this now.
Not the snaps.
That's how I was. This is like, it's not like the match was like boring, but it was dragging, and I was ready for it to be over.
Yeah.
So it was like one of those things, like, okay, we get the point in the match. It's gonna be brutal, blah blah blah. Okay, it's running a little long now. Okay, it's still going. Like I went to the bathroom, came back, and it's still going. And I was like, please let this end. I'm like, I'm ready for this to end, and it kind of sucked the energy out of the crowd, to be honest, because the match that followed it, there wasn't much interaction. Because, not saying how do you top that, but it was just like, okay, well, all right, next match, go, and then they don't get much. But we'll get to that next match anyway.
So were you responding to what Punk had said to that fan that didn't know what the music was?
Not just him.
Because I do have Punk has a follow-up. I don't know if you saw it.
It's not. No, I saw it. That's why it's not just him.
Okay.
It's not just him. It's a lot of people that were in their feelings that.
Okay.
A lot of people didn't know that was his Ring of Honor music. Like.
Okay.
Didn't start watching wrestling around that time or working with Ring of Honor around that.
Yeah,
time.
which is fair.
You can't really be upset, and at the time you can't see those matches.
Yeah.
Like that, so relax.
That was still around the time where you had to like tape trade, kind of like if you weren't or DVD trade. I guess we started DVD and trade, but you get the point. But yeah. So you think the match was too long? It was good, but it's too long.
Too long.
Well, yeah, it clocked in at 26 minutes and 45 seconds.
Oh
A
God.
good 10 minutes too long to me.
Ooh.
Okay.
Good 10
Okay,
minutes.
that's a fair criticism. It's a fair criticism. I don't know if they needed all that time, but
No.
you know what? You got to remember on TV they went about like 40 minutes, I think, 45 minutes or something like that on a Dynamite. So I mean, I guess it makes sense that they went, 25, 26 minutes because they had already went like 40, 45 minutes. So I guess it's like my gripe, and it's not even just like with this match. I had an issue with, I believe it was Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler. I think they went to and this was a few years ago. They went to a draw on Raw or something like that. No, I think they wrestled for like 30 minutes on Raw. And then they had a match at the pay-per-view, and that match they had like 6 pinfalls in like in 30 minutes. So what doesn't make sense to me is, how do you go 30 minutes without a pinfall on a Raw and then go to the pay-per-view, and now all of a sudden you guys have, it's like rapid fire. All right, pinfall, 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 pinfall. So like, consistency is my point here. Be consistent. If you're going, if you're going to do 30 minutes on a Raw with no pinfalls, it probably shouldn't be 6 pinfalls in a match. And I know that this is a little bit different, but it's the same context of like just consistency. But I get your point, V. I definitely get your point. Maybe I didn't notice how long it was because I was like half drunk, and I was in the bar.
You were
and
live,
people,
pal.
yeah,
You were live, pal.
I definitely was live, pal. But yeah, okay. I thought it was solid. I thought it was a really, really good match. And it looks like Punk will move on to the main event scene after this, and we'll see. Well, the world title scene. He's already kind of in the main event scene, but like the world title scene is what I'm talking about. But yeah, V alluded to this earlier. The next match was Dr. Britt Baker, DMD versus Thunder Rosa for the AEW Women's Championship. Knuckles, I'll let you start this off, bro. What did you think about this match? And do you think the right person won? Let's get to it.
This is definitely a situation of trying to follow up a match that, like V said, went way too long and kind of zapped the energy out of the crowd. I think this match, if it were put on earlier, would have got a better reception.
Yeah.
But did the right person win? No. Because just like I said in the comments of the last show we had, if Britt wins, who's next? Like, she's basically beaten everybody that's of any kind of, I'm not going to say relevance because that's a very thin line, because all of the women's wrestlers are relevant, I guess. But who's next for her? Like, unless you bring somebody from the outside,
that's what I was thinking.
Like a Forbidden Door wrestler who was somewhere else, and you bring them in, because she's beaten everybody. Like, she's beaten Ty Conte. She's beaten Thunder Rosa twice now?
Yeah. Well, technically the first, the lights out match, Thunder Rosa.
It didn't count. Yeah, Thunder Rosa.
And it didn't count. It didn't count, and Thunder Rosa won that match technically.
Right.
But Britt's the one that got over from it. So
right, exactly. But sidebar, the new women's world title looks amazing.
Yeah. Oh, it does. Yeah.
First of all,
did they even say that they were going to redesign it? Did I miss that? It looks great. I wasn't expecting a redesign, but it really looks great.
It looks just like the AEW title, but just with a little bit different spin on it.
Yeah.
It doesn't look exactly like the plates, the way the plates align. It looks like the AEW title. It looks magnificent, in my opinion. Yeah. But I'm just waiting. Let me see. The Jamie Hayter Rebel thing, I'm over it. I'm completely over it. Because I know Jamie Hayter can have a career of her own if she wanted to. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Rebel is a very talented wrestler, and she can have a career of her own.
Rebel's dope. Rebel goes back to like the TNA days, and people don't even remember that she was in TNA.
I surely don't remember.
She was with look it up when you get a chance. She was with Crazy Steve and what was they called, the Menagerie or something like that. Something like that.
No, that's her.
Yes, yes, she was in that. Yeah.
Wow, the stars going over my head. The more you know.
Yeah.
I had
Rebel's
no
been in
idea
the
that was
business
her.
a long time. Yeah.
That's crazy.
A long time. Yeah.
So that makes my point even more relevant. Then Rebel can definitely have a successful career as a singles wrestler. Yeah. I'm just tired of the gimmick where they're always with her and she wins matches because of them. And I want Britt Baker to win a one-on-one match by herself with no help against a high caliber opponent, and then I'll say, okay, I believe in Britt Baker. I don't believe in Britt Baker right now. Like I don't. The title reign is too long. She's like the Roman Reigns of the women's division.
But see,
like,
Roman's still cool. V, you got something to say?
V is chomping at the bit, ladies.
Yeah. I hated the match.
Hated it.
Hated it.
Hated the match. I'm tired of the interferences. Tired of Britt Baker. Okay, so I just want to have this. I just want to have this discussion. I'm pretty sure. The girls love the tussle, but I just want to say that I don't think she is as good as she's hyped up to be.
Thank you.
I just want to say that. I just want to say that. I don't think she. No, I'm not saying that she. I don't think she sucks. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that she sucks in the ring. However, space, I am saying that she's not. She doesn't live up to the hype.
I'm sorry, guys. Anybody that's just listening to audio, I apologize. But we both had to take a sip after that.
I don't think she is as good as she's hyped up to be. Just thinking about all the matches that she had, a lot of people that she's faced essentially carried her. And sorry, it's my opinion. I know y'all get mad at that. But I don't.
I agree.
I just don't think she is as good as she's hyped to be. I'm not saying that she's awful. I can name a couple of people that's awful, but
please
she's
don't.
Not, I won't this time.
Thank you.
I don't think she is as good as she's hyped up to be. You know, she has charisma ? Even that's dragging it. But
holy burial. I'm listening.
It's just to me, I don't see it.
Okay.
With certain people, I can see it.
Yeah.
With her, I don't see it at all.
Okay.
I completely agree.
Sorry. Oh well.
Okay. Well, I could tell you this. Just watching it, with multiple people, we really didn't care after the Punk match because it was like, all right, we were so tired, like because we were invested.
That was they put them in the death spot, and
it was.
I'm sorry, not to
go.
You off night, but this is another issue that I have with AEW's booking, specifically of the women's division. They don't know how to book the women, like in general.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that after one of those big hot matches, the women always come out as the cool off.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's unfair to them because now they have to work for that reaction. Even though the crowd is still buzzing over this, the previous matches. Like, okay, we don't care now because we just saw something that was really amazing. The Young Bucks did a super kick off of a ladder, or
off of a ladder through a chair, through a table,
and around the
and then
corner,
yeah,
Into the underworld.
yeah,
back up the ladder through the roof, and it's just, it's like they always get that death spot,
yeah.
and it sucks for everybody that's involved.
Mhm.
I don't think the AEW. I'm pretty sure. Are they gonna get better with it? I guess, but right now they're not doing any justice to any of the women, really, by putting them in these spots, saying, "Okay, now you got to follow up this Young Bucks match, or you have to follow up this ladder
Dog
match,
collar match, or this dog
you know,
collar match
yeah,
with
that's the
Punk's
dog
bleeding
collar
all over the place.
match. Yeah, every blood everywhere. So you
Yeah,
follow that up, and then it's not like they're not capable of it, but wrestling fans, they'll just be like, "Ooh, that was great." Oh,
yeah.
women,
It's
that's how
you know
that's
what?
how that's how a lot of them feel. Not all of them.
Yeah,
But that's
but
how a lot of them feel.
I feel like anybody after that dog collar match would have been in a bad spot though. Like because all right, let's look at the matches that you. I don't want to go through all of the matches that like are on the show, but if you look at it, what do you really put after the dog collar match? It's like I, do you put Mox and Brian on? All right, well now they don't. It's like I don't know. I feel like it's tough for anybody in that spot because I know just going to the shows, going to the events, you gotta. There's gonna be a time when you need to use the bathroom, right? You're gonna want to go and get a drink or something. Yeah, so I'm saying like at the end of the day, if I just saw a dog collar match, yes, it's no secret. I like Britt Baker. I like Thunder Rosa, but I'm probably gonna try to run to the bathroom and try to get back in time to
I
see
can
the
tell you what
match.
match I took a break during, but we'll get there.
Okay, well, just back on the match. They got about 17 minutes. Britt Baker retained, which okay, we'll talk about that
Yawn.
after. But
Um,
I don't think I don't think her title reign is gonna last much longer though. I do
And
think.
I also didn't think the match was really that good.
Say it again.
I didn't really think the match was really that good either.
It wasn't,
Yeah.
and I
It
think
was pretty
everybody
bad.
was trying to figure out what happened here because those two usually have such great chemistry. So that's why everybody's just trying to figure out was it just I feel like maybe it was just because they had to go on after Punk and MJF. I
Yeah.
think that's really what it came down to.
They were in a difficult spot because if I think I'm looking at the same thing that Mike is.
Yeah.
Because I'm on BR looking at the card.
Mhm.
But when you look at it, you had the dog collar match, and then you had their match. But if you'd have put them anywhere after that dog collar match, they were destined to fail anyway.
Yeah,
It was Mox and Danielson. It was Mox and Danielson, then the
which we'll get
Tornado
to.
Trio,
Mhm.
and then the title match.
Yeah.
So where do you put them? You put them before the main event, or do you put them like they were destined to fail, or you put them after Mox and Danielson? You put Punk and Danielson match back to back, or
I would
like
have had them
that?
open the show.
You know who I thought should
That
open the show? I thought Jade and Ty Conti should open the show. But go ahead. I'll let you guys go
I
ahead,
mean,
go
if you want a fresh crowd,
Yeah.
honestly, if they were gonna go with how they went with it, I would have
Yeah.
had them on the show.
Fair.
I'd have put the ladder match first.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, all of those are great choices. All right, let's keep going, guys. Okay, you mentioned it. You mentioned it already, John. So speaking of another John, we had John Moxley versus Brian Danielson in a singles match here.
Ooh, man.
I'll start it off. Okay. This was really good. I mean, you would expect that from John and Brian. My issue is, okay, we just had a lot of blood in the CM Punk match.
Yeah.
Okay. We're all grown, and most of the people that listen or watch this show are grown, I'm assuming.
Hopefully.
Right? Hopefully. We know how blood gets into a match. we know how blood gets into a match on purpose, right? So my thing is with this, they kind of had to give us blood because Moxley's line of I can't team with a person until I bleed with them first. Okay. You had a match that had a lot of blood in it. Yeah. Now we're gonna do a double blade. A double. I'm trying.
Wow.
I'm trying not to.
A lot of color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double color. I'll put it right.
Sure.
Double color in a match, double juice in a match, however you wanna say it. And I felt like even how they got there, it was just like they didn't even really try to like make sense of why both guys are bleeding here. Okay, we're gonna punch each other on the floor a couple of times. Hockey fight. Okay, we double down. Oh, we're both bleeding now, huh? Like, and if you look at everybody in the bar, it wasn't even a moment that like everybody was like, oh, they're bleeding. It was a moment like everybody was just laughing, like it was just like really like okay, they're both bleeding from that. It's like it wasn't believable. Is my point, and I'm not saying this to Barry Bryan or Mox. Like I am a fan of both of those guys. Like I think both of them are main event level, future Hall of Fame level talent. However, comma space as V would say, I didn't think the blood was needed in the match. That kind of took it away from me, and I think that again the placement on the card, they went on at like almost 11 o'clock Eastern. It's late. Okay, it's late. I feel like that hurt the match as well, but I'm interested to get you guys take on it. So, let's have at it. Man, who wants to go? But
The match was cool. I really want to talk about the after. I just want to talk about the after.
We'll get okay.
Yeah. The match was cool. That's just like, okay, y'all bleeding, yay, y'all get the yay. All right.
I think they take advantage of the fact that WWE has a no blood rule at all, like unless it's hard way. Which it happened to Brock on Saturday. I missed, I didn't see the MSG show. I wasn't there, but I know they showed clips of that on Raw. We'll get to Raw a little bit later. But yeah, WWE allows it when it's like an accident. So AEW I think everybody else kind of takes advantage of the fact that, they have a no color rule. All right, watch this. You get blood, you get blood, you get blood. Everybody gets blood. Yeah, right. So I think they go a little overboard, but Knuckles, what did you think about this?
Was V done?
Yeah, I was done.
Oh, okay. I agree. I think if Mox would have never said the thing about bleeding, this match would have been better. Well, I don't want to say the match would have been better because the match was good.
Yeah,
I just thought the blood thing wouldn't have, collar double tie up, headlock, drop down, Irish whip, eye poke, blood. Wait, what?
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much
that's pretty much what it was. Like, superplex, blood. Wait, what? Nobody's head hit anything. Like,
right.
So, simply put, it's two caliber wrestlers that put on a good match.
Yeah.
Technical versus brawler always works for me. Always works for me. But like V said, the end game.
Well, what did you War Games? What did you think? Hold on. What did you think about the finish of Moxley winning by like roll up or like bridge? Or so I think he bridged out of a submission that Brian had him in and won the match. Surprise finish there. What did you think about that?
Well, first of all, Danielson's shoulder was up.
I noticed that.
That's number one. Yeah. I.e. Ronda Rousey getting robbed.
Yes. I remember that too. I was kind of there.
Reference WrestleMania, but
kind of there for that. But that's a story.
So, but I mean, surprise finish.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen a clean overall winner decision. Like somebody went by pinfall. I don't. Well, somebody did win by pinfall, but I mean, like cover pinfall, not like devastating move in all sports entertainment roll up type finish. I didn't really like that because I honestly thought like when it happened, and he hit the 3 count, I was like, wait, did he win?
Yeah,
I thought he had because his shoulder was up, so I thought he had kicked out. Yeah, and then the bell rang, and I was like, well, damn.
Well,
Like,
the ref can't see what he can't call. I mean he can't call what he doesn't see. There we go.
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah.
Now you got it right.
but I mean, it's a good match. I didn't like the finish, but they made up for it.
They did. V, how did they make up for that?
So as they were like brawling, somebody
Yeah,
came
because
from the
Brian
side of
was
the ramp.
pissed. Like,
It was,
yeah.
someone came from the side of the ramp, and I heard people screaming, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Why is everybody screaming? Is everybody okay?" And then the camera panned to William Regal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Moment
For
of
Sir
the night.
William Regal.
My favorite part of the night. Don't care, because you don't hear anybody saying anything bad about it.
No.
We don't have to worry about a racist comment or racist supporter or all that other shit that some other wrestlers in AEW are known for, and as well as WWE, but we won't get there. So William Regal comes out and he basically scolds them like a dad telling two brothers to stop.
Yeah.
He slapped both of them. I think
Mm-hmm.
he headbutted Mox. Did he headbutt Mox?
Yeah, he did. He did. Little headbutt.
Yeah.
Those slats were kind of weak, in my opinion. I know Real Regal can throw it better.
What's it gonna?
He was just like,
we know he can do that, but
yeah.
He was like, if you guys don't get it together, I'm stopping this car. And then like, man, but here's the question.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here? Are they a tag? Are they
Yeah.
a faction? Or so it is official?
I would think so. Yeah, I would think so that they're a faction now. That Regal's gonna be their manager, and they're attacking. Yeah.
I think okay. Now, are we talking about tag into faction, or are we talking about just tag as far as like going for the tag titles?
I would assume going for the tag team titles, and if they go for the tag team titles, I would think they're gonna win them. So, it's interesting. It's very interesting. Regal being their manager, I think that works. I definitely think that works.
That's
AEW
a great move.
Yeah, AEW puts a lot of stock into managers, which is always refreshing to see because WWE, we can't have managers, pal. It's old school. So so I like that AEW does that. Also, we neglected to mention that Swerve Scott or Swerve Strickland also signed with AEW, and he was at the pay-per-view. That was super cool too. Very happy for Swerve.
Yeah,
very happy for Swerve. So congratulations to him. But yeah, this was a great post-match angle. Okay, great debut. And I'm looking forward to it. To see what happens here.
Right.
Okay, we had a 6-man tornado. Some of V's favorite wrestlers in the world here: Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, and Sting versus the Hardy family office. I won't spend too much time on this, but Sting's frog splash from the crowd through the table, awesome stuff.
I saw
51 years old. What is he? 56?
No, I think he's in his 60s at this point. I think, he's in his 60s.
I think he's 61.
Yeah, I think you're right, V. Yeah. we lost Knuckles.
God gracious.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This was really fun. It was a fun match. I mean, the talents involved there, of course, it's going to be fun. They beat the Hardy family office. They being the baby faces. The Hardy family office with Andrade, Matt Hardy, and Isaiah Cassidy. I believe Darby got the win over Matt Hardy after the botched coffin drop. On a replay, it didn't look as bad because it looked like Hardy was trying to get out of the way, but Darby still caught the side of him. So it was like, I mean, yes, they definitely botched it, but it didn't look as bad on the replay.
He basically did a reverse wrestler who we won't mention on this show's headbutt.
Okay. Yeah, we would definitely not mention Briss Kenwa. But yeah. B, you didn't watch this match. You went to the bathroom.
Fuck out of this.
All right. So we can't give V's opinion on this. I thought it was fun.
Two
The
wrestlers that I don't like. No, skip the fuck out of this.
Which two do you not like?
He don't like Darby and Sammy.
The one that has an abuse allegation against him, and the other one that loves rape jokes about Sasha Banks. I don't care if he apologized. She accepted it. That's still not funny.
Wow.
I mean, it's not, but like, do
Nope.
we?
But give him credit though. The Spanish fly off the entrance, that was dope.
I didn't see it. I wouldn't know.
He didn't watch the. He won't watch Sammy match. Like
I won't.
Oh,
Sammy or Darby. Nope, I won't.
wow.
Sorry. No, I'm
You
not sorry
just-
about that.
Listen.
All right, so we had the main event. Up next,
What a segue.
yeah, we had Adam versus Adam. And
Yeah.
we had
Okay,
fun with this. I'm not gonna lie. We had fun with this. The crowd was the crowd was chanting "Let's go, Adam," which is hilarious.
Yeah, that was funny.
Because eventually
gonna
they did do "Let's go, Hangman," "Let's go, Cole," "Let's go, Hangman," "Let's go, Cole." They did have a divide eventually, but throughout the "This is Adam" chant instead of "This is awesome," I was dying. This is Adam.
Yes, that was.
Yeah.
Usually chants get on my nerves, but that one was funny.
Solid championship match here. I'll let you guys. I'll let you guys tell what you thought about it. But yeah, this was solid. Knuckles, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, solid match. I like the little twist at the end where he tied Adam Cole to the ropes, i.e., week before when he duct taped Adam Page to the ropes. I like that. I like how they put that in there, how they inserted that. Couple of good spots. And this is my opinion. The I can't even think of the name of it. I just drew a blank. I'm so retarded. The buckshot lariat is top 5 finishers for me right now.
I think it's dope. It's dope.
That lariat is JBL-ish to the 2020 second power. But I mean, it was what it was. Adam Cole played his part. Adam Page played his part. You know, just a couple of Adams out there having a good time. I mean,
two Adams just having an atom of a match. Yeah, two Adams having an atom of a match.
Right. So
I have a joke, but I did.
Oh, go ahead, say it. We're already off the rails.
No, I'll wait till after the recording.
Yeah,
a certain amount of people would understand that
because we're live, pal.
We're live, pal. That would have been funny, but I'll save it for later.
So I think the question is, and this would have made my night. Somebody we haven't seen in a long time coming out to confront Adam Page. Where, and I don't know if he's injured or not. Where is Miro?
Miro, from what I've heard, he said he's good to go.
So he was injured.
He was. Now he's good to go. But yes, he was injured for a couple of months actually. But he just did, was it Angle's podcast? He just did Kurt Angle's podcast, and he said he's good to go. That he's just waiting for the right time.
I would have loved to have seen him walk out.
Do you think that's the next feud, Miro and Adam Page? Since Adam Page retained here?
Well, since it was so easy for Adam Cole to come out there and just say, "Hey, I want a title shot." All right, pal. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. I would think. Has Miro even had a title shot
at the AEW Championship? No.
There you go.
No. I'm all for it. Let's do it. I'm all for it. I mean, we need something to do until MJF is ready. I'm sticking by that. I think MJF is the guy that takes that title for Adam Page. And I mean, because like, who else? If Adam Cole couldn't do it, who else do you have? CM Punk, maybe? Punk may do it, and then MJF beats Punk. Long-term storytelling here. Somewhere down the line, one way or another, MJF is getting the AEW World Championship. Whether he beats Punk or whether he beats Adam Page, he is going to get the championship within the next year or so, I would say.
Yeah.
So, because they're doing this whole thing, they're building up to, what is it, 2024? where his contract is supposed to expire, and he already said he's running the WWE. So they already gonna make I'm
So
pretty
wait
sure.
a
Yeah.
wow. So
Yeah.
wait a minute. Do we have a Money in the Bank 2.0?
I think that's what they're gonna try to do here. If they can, if Tony Khan is able to find some way to like keep MJF hot, which I think MJF is gonna be able to keep himself hot for the next year and a half, I can see it happening. Because think about it, right? If his contract expires in 2024, and he's already saying that he's going to WWE as soon as possible. Okay, which is such a heel thing. He's such a prick, but that's such a heel thing to say to an AEW crowd. Like, because he already said he's not renewing with AEW. What happens if he's AEW World Champion at the time? So I could definitely see a Money in the Bank scenario where Punk had, I'm gonna win this championship, and I'm gonna go out, and I'm gonna go to Ring of Honor, and I'm gonna all this other whatever he said in his classic pipe bomb promo. It could happen. It could happen. I think that in order for that to happen, MJF is gonna have to win the world title, and it's gonna have to be pretty soon. Not in the next year or so. In the next year or so for it to matter. So, right. And that's really my takes on the pay-per-view as a whole. I thought another solid pay-per-view from AEW. The issue is the length, and I'll let V get to the length of this show because I know you wanted to talk about that.
He said,
I've seen Roots. I've seen the Jacksons and American Dream. I've sat through the Lord of the Rings, which I find extremely boring. It makes no sense how I sat and watched 5 whole black ass hours, really black ass hours, but my black ass hours of wrestling, right? And not to say that I haven't done it before, because I have.
We sat at a WrestleMania, pal.
We sat at WrestleMania. We was out there for a good 8 hours.
Yeah, 7 or 8 hours.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. No, WrestleMania MetLife. WrestleMania MetLife was long. Yeah,
it was a lot of wrestling.
Yeah,
and as much as I love wrestling, I can sit through all that. Now, granted, when we were at WrestleMania, I had some assistants.
Yeah.
Shout out to Crown Royal, but who's not sponsoring the show? Should.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that was a lot of wrestling. It was. It was too much, and what I can say, at least I enjoyed the show for the most part.
Yeah.
I can say AEW does a good job with putting together matches. It's just the fact that their pay-per-views are so fucking long.
But you know what, V? I think it's because they only do 4 a year. So they're like, all right, we're gonna give people. They're doing 4 a year, and they're charging $50 per pay-per-view. I think they're like, all right, we're gonna give people their money's worth.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh my god,
it's a long show. Even at the at the bar, even like everybody when we was leaving, everybody was happy about the show, but it's like, thank God it's over.
I wouldn't be alive if I was at a bar. I'd be like on my ass. Because if I'm sitting through 5 hours of pure wrestling, I'm gonna need islands, tequila shots.
We had a lot of liquor.
Top shelf.
We had a lot of liquor.
Like top shelf liquor only for me. Because but I can't. Like, that's a lot of wrestling. Like, I almost quoted the comfortable. I'm not gonna do that. I sat in that chair and was up. I sat and I was just like, this is so much wrestling. I have to get up. I have to do something. It's like, I have to find something to do.
Yeah, it was a long show. It was definitely a long show.
But no, and that's usually how I feel about Monday Night Raw. But Monday Night Raw is a drag for the most part, except for this episode. This episode was pretty good. But anyway, but it's just I can't sit through a lot of wrestling, like pure wrestling with no segments in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that. I
Nah,
can't.
I feel you.
Maybe it's 30 hitting me, but I can't. It's too much. Good show. But
Very
a
good
lot.
show. I thought it was a very good show. Okay. Let's do our ratings and then we'll find out who got the most right on these predictions.
I know.
So let's let's go to our counts here. Let's start with John. What did you think?
Yeah.
What do you give this show as a whole?
Your fault. I wanted to
Therefore,
give it a 3 pound. I wanted 3 pound. Wow. Okay. V is wearing off on me.
Now where am I in?
I wanted to give it a 3 count so bad, but that Britt Breaker match spoiled it for me.
You thought that was the worst
Yes.
match on the card?
Yes.
Yeah. And I hate to say that, but yeah.
And so I gotta give it a near fall. Every other match, the Kingston match, great.
Solid.
Tag match, you gave me what I needed. Mox and Danielson, great. CM Punk and MJF, too long, but great.
Yeah.
The title match was what all of the matches, with the exception of that Britt match.
I think the crowd heat lacked, and that would hurt. That's what hurt the match. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm going near full as well. I thought it was a really, really solid show. I would recommend watching it. But yeah, it was a long show. So just strap in if you're gonna watch it. V, what did you think about it?
Okay, so I'm on a cusp here between a 2 count and a near fall. And the reason why I'm on the cusp here is because of the Britt Baker match, one. The MJF CM Punk match being too long. And it wouldn't be fair to factor in the match that I didn't watch. So, without factoring the match that I didn't watch, I'm going to say a near fall.
Okay. All right. Well, there it is. Near falls across the board, and whoever's listening or watching out there, make sure that you guys let us know what you thought about AEW Revolution, and not to be confused with New Year's Revolution from WWE back in the day. That's a whole nother pay-per-view.
Or Evolution.
Or Evolution. Yeah. Or Elevation.
That once.
Wow, we're just out here with the names.
Yeah. Well, Revolution was stolen. Not stolen. I'm not going to say stolen, but it was borrowed. Okay, from an old WWE pay-per-view that started, I believe, in 06, if I remember correctly. I believe that was the show where that
Edge cashed in.
Yes, Edge cashed in, and was it the first one or was it the second one? I think Edge cashed in on the second Revolution, New Year's Revolution, because on the first one they was in Puerto Rico, if I remember correctly, because that was like the so a little history lesson here for everybody. Like the first New Year's Revolution show, I think, was in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and it's remembered because they had 2 freak accidents that happened one after another. In the opening match, it was Eugene, and we talked about him earlier, Eugene and William Regal versus Christian and Tomko for the tag team titles in the opening contest. Eugene got this freak accident. I think he broke his leg or something on something basic. Like it was a basic spot. And that's why you say wrestling it's not ballet. Basic spot. Eugene totally kills his leg, and they have to improvise the finish. Eugene and Regal retain, but it was like one of the ugliest roll-ups you'll ever see in your life. It was, one of the ones that Austin did back in the day, and we have to get to Austin also. But Austin did back in the day after the I believe it was Owen Hart.
Yes.
But yes,
it was the match that he broke his neck.
That he broke his neck, yeah, and where Owen came out with the shirt that says Austin 316 says I just broke your neck. Yeah, that happened. Oh yeah, and then in the second match of the Revolution pay-per-view, Lita gets injured against Trish
yes,
Stratus. I think
yes, I
she
remember
hurts her
that.
leg. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, it was like Puerto Rico was cursed that night.
It's like
So,
very SpongeBob, like and
yeah. Or like the Family got it.
oh Lord,
Yeah.
I can't.
Shout out to everybody what's up with us every single week. This is not easy, I know.
And we're not for everybody.
We're not, and we do this
I'm
late
not
at
for
night.
everybody.
So perfectly fine. We love you here at the Go for the Pin show, and that's all that matters. But anyway, yes, I just wanted. I thought that was funny that they call their pay-per-view Revolution, but WWE actually had the Revolution name first. But you know, that is what it is. Okay, now the time we've been waiting for here. JPS Music or DJ Knuckles, or you have so many different monikers, bro, but it's all good. You everywhere. DJ Knuckles is going to provide us with the predictions list here. So, my friend, what was it? Let's hear it.
So, are we just gonna go overall results, or are we gonna go match by match real quick?
You can go match by match.
Okay, so
we got time here.
So it was a clean sweep. The three of us said Eddie Kingston, and I went. And honestly, this is the match that decided it because I did not have a prediction from Ray. So I messaged him, and I said, "Be honest. Who did you have for Kingston and Jericho?" And he had Jericho. So he had Jericho. So that kind of decided the outcome.
Yeah.
So the three of us, we're perfect through one. Ray is down.
Okay.
I think we all had Jurassic Express. Yes, we all had Jurassic Express for the tag match.
Okay.
Me and V went Keith Lee. Mike and Ray went with Wardlow. So that puts them up. All of us went with Jade. Obviously, you'd be an idiot not to do that. But pretty much. All of us went with CM Punk.
Okay.
So that washes.
Okay.
Me and V, once again, we agree, and we went with Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, I remember. That I know that's probably the one that decided. But go ahead.
Mike and Ray went with Britt Baker. So right now, Mike and Ray are they're like right here.
Okay.
All of us went with Danielson.
Yeah.
Which kind of surprised me. So that's a wash. V went with you went with the Andrade family office, didn't you?
Yeah, because I said
yes, you did. And the rest of us went with Darby Allin and Sammy. Oh, of course you went with the Andrade because you hate Sammy. Why would I? Wow, I'm live, pal. All right, so that's 3 out of 4, and here's the deciding one. Ray went with Cole. Everybody else went with Paige. So the end result out of 9 matches, I believe. What? Let them know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Out of 9, out of 9 matches, V went 5 and 4.
Okay.
I went 6 and 3. Only because the main event is what decided it.
Yeah.
The main event is what decided it. If Cole would have won, Mike and Ray would have tied.
But we didn't.
But you did. Oh my God. So Mike went 8 and 1. Ray went 7 and 2. So
shout out to Mike, I guess.
I guess. Thank you.
I know, right? I guess. You really don't want to. I really feel like you're MJF right now.
Come on.
Like, I really feel like you're MJ. Like you feel about MJF. I hate that prick. I hate him.
It's okay, guys. It's okay. Yeah, it was close. There's always next pay-per-view.
Yeah,
you
this
know
should be
what?
an every pay-per-view thing.
I like this. I actually do like this. I like this. This is cool. Yes. So not just because I won this one, but I think we should probably. You had a really good idea of keeping a track of like, because sometimes we'll forget.
Yeah.
So it's a good idea to keep track of all of the predictions. I think that's really cool. And anybody can participate in it. Like, whoever wants to can participate in it. So I think that's really cool. But yes, so that was Revolution. Shall we move on to Raw, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
Like,
I just want to start here. Via Twitter, Ray tapped out.
Oh.
Ray,
Do we
Ray
have
tapped
it? Can we find it? Hold on. Let me see if
Oh
we can get
yeah,
the tweet.
we have the tweet. It's on it's on my page. Because I had tweeted Tamina is hilarious, and I stand by that because nobody Mina. And
Biggest Tamina
Ray
fan I
tweeted,
know. You might be the only Tamina fan I know.
that's fine. And Ray tweeted me, said, and Ray Raw has tapped out.
Hold on. Where? All right. I'm trying to. This was yesterday.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm gonna have to go through a lot of
I
tweets.
did a lot of tweeting.
All right. Well, I'm trying to find. Yeah. I'm not.
It's a lot.
We're not
It's
doing that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Yeah. It's a lot of tweets. Okay.
Yeah, Ray tapped
Ray
out.
tapped out, but
Ray tapped out.
the show started with a triple threat tag team title match, and let me just say, wow.
Okay, I'm so. I
Yeah.
want to talk about it.
Go ahead.
Do you guys think that was the best RKO of all time?
no.
Nah.
I
I
knew
think
you
it
was
was.
gonna. I knew you were gonna ask that question.
I had
No.
to ask that question because
No.
I had to think of all the RKOs that have been in existence.
I think the Seth
And-
Rollins RKO is still the coolest RKO I've ever seen.
And the Matt Sydal one is
And the
right
Matt
after
Sydal
that.
one. Yeah.
I've personally, Randy Orton is really good at what he does,
Yeah, he is.
and the timing. It's like the timing, the technique that it took to properly time it
Yeah.
had to be like on point because that could have went wrong. Like one small step, it could have went wrong.
Yeah.
And Randy is that much of a veteran and that much of a ring general that he was able to time it so close and RKO the fuck out of Chad
Yeah. No, I thought that was really cool. I thought the
Yeah.
match was
was
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, yes, this is what I want. Start to do this.
And you know what? It also helps that the crowd was invested and they were loud and they were into the match. That helps because you go to a WWE show a lot of times they're sitting on their hands, and it sucks, but it's like, okay, well, maybe if you gave them a better product, they wouldn't be just sitting on their hands the whole time. That was a great way to start Raw. Knuckles, what did you think about that?
I think like V said, like wrestling is like a millimeter difference between being safe and getting injured.
Yeah.
So the fact that Randy Orton could pull off such, RKOs the way he does out of nowhere and still keep his competitors safe, has something really to be said for Randy Orton. Excuse me. And I just like the fact, besides the match being great, I love the fact that the competitors treated it like it was like the end of the world if they lost. It made it seem like WrestleMania meant something. Like WrestleMania was the be all. If I don't go to WrestleMania, my life is over. I might as well retire. My career is over. Like Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens, their faces after that match. I'm like, y'all win Oscars of the next 5 years. Like,
because
it was great storytelling. Like overall, just that part, just the end of the match.
Yeah,
and the reactions was just like, oh man, like you felt it through the TV. Like Kevin Owens was like inconsolable.
Yeah, and I also, and great points, and like I love the fact that they built it around Owens and Rollins not getting to WrestleMania. It's like, okay, what do we do now? Like, how does Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins not make it to WrestleMania? You know, it's like,
Right.
what? You know, so I like that. And I like some other stuff that happened later on, you know, specifically with Kevin Owens and you know, but okay. But yes, great opening. I'm trying to see if there was anything in the middle that I really wanted to talk about. Um, I know V likes the not 24/7 stuff, but the Tamina stuff specifically.
There you
But
go. I like Tamina specifically.
I don't
I
care.
also like Denver. I mean, that
Like,
match.
I liked
It
them.
was what it was. What it was. You know,
Yeah.
Dana got to win her hometown, and
Which is rare.
which is rare. You know, and I said it once, and I've said it before. Dana Brooke holding the 24/7 championship, I think is the best part of what she's doing right now. Because one, it gives her something to do,
Yeah.
and let's not beat around the bush here. She has improved a lot. You know,
Yeah.
I've had this criticism, even though I love Dana Brooke. Like, she was in NXT, she was really good. She came to the main roster, she regressed a little bit,
Yeah.
and she got back. You know, she's getting back there. So, once again, very proud of Dana Brooke, and I just enjoy. Tamina's funny. She's funny. I don't care. Tamina is funny to me. She makes me laugh. And that's really about it. I didn't really care really about the match. It was just like, oh, Tamina, fine, I'm ready. But
Yeah. John.
Yeah, I was just waiting on Chuck Woolery from the Love Connection and Bob Eubanks from the Newlywed Game to come down the aisle.
Wow.
All this kissing. I just showed my age. I should
Oh
never do
my
that
God.
again.
Yeah.
I should never do that
What did
again.
you watch that on TV Land?
Game Show
God.
Network. Get it right.
Oh,
Game Show Network.
Game
does
Show
the TV
Network. Get
have
it right.
does the TV have a big back on it? Like,
No, actually, it's the small black and white TV on
Okay.
top of the big
I was gonna say,
TV on
you
the floor.
hey,
You
Knuckles,
gotta be
got
one
the
of us to
antenna
get
going
that.
up?
With the aluminum foil on the end. You gotta be one of us to get that.
Oh man.
That was
wow.
for
you
the
gotta
culture.
get up and turn the dial, turn the channel.
Oh God.
Click,
Oh
click,
God.
click, 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 click,
Yo,
that's
shit.
that was for the culture.
yeah, that one was for the culture. And shout out to Strictly for the Culture.
Oh.
They always retweet our stuff, so
Yeah.
I appreciate Strictly for the Culture.
Thank you.
Okay. Was there anything else before we get to Edge had an in-ring segment.
Okay, that was a lot of blue light, and
Yes.
my eyes were hurting. So I had to like, no, that was like a lot of blue light, and I was like, oh, I'm out here looking like Christian shit. Like,
Looking for the peace.
Yeah,
that was looking for the like. It was a lot of blue light, but you know, Edge, heel Edge is my favorite Edge person.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that was a lot of blue light. So much blue light.
And he came out no pyro or anything like that. He just, and
then he started it with "Do you think you know me?"
Yeah, think you know me.
That's okay. I don't think he's ever did that before in a promo. Like I don't.
He hasn't, but
Yeah.
they've done that against him.
Yeah.
But he hasn't. Yeah. So I thought that was cool.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
I have a question about something that happened on Raw.
Yeah.
Finn Balor.
Finn
Balor, Damian Priest line. If there was ever and I say that to go another way. If there was any indication that Cody was coming to WWE, anybody notice that Damian Priest doesn't use the crossroads as a finisher anymore?
I didn't notice that.
He's kind of using that Razor's Edge type gimmick that he's doing now. He hasn't used the crossroads in a long time.
Like he used to do the, Razor's Edge type situation, like in the beginning. Yeah. But
yes,
I wouldn't have noticed that.
I didn't notice he stopped using crossroads.
I didn't notice that.
Or the Reckoning or whatever.
The Reckoning.
Yeah, that's what it's called. The Reckoning.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stopped using it completely.
I mean, look, I know they said that the Cody news like kind of fizzled out, but we'll see. I mean, I still think there's a chance that Cody shows up at WWE. I think it's a huge chance that Cody shows up at WWE.
You're smoking mirrors.
You think does he go with that, or does he go with the song that he owns that he's been using for the last couple of years?
I think he should go.
Talk the one he's currently using.
Yeah. The wrestling has more than one royal family. Yeah, I know the song, but
yeah,
because he owns it. He does own. He was using it in Ring of Honor, and then he was using it in AEW. So I could see him using that. It's a great song for him. Like, and it was actually one of the best themes that AEW had. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with Cody. A lot of people still feel like he's gonna come in, and I think it's a good chance. I think it's a really good chance.
The Raw after WrestleMania.
Oh, that would be sick. That would be sick. You all right?
I forgot what I was drinking.
Oh man,
I forgot what I was drinking. I just took a woo. Okay, all right.
You learned your lesson.
I'll be doing it again in 5 minutes if we keep talking about Raw.
All right. Oh man. Oh boy.
We can. What? Anything specific happened on Raw? I mean, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan got added to the
tag team.
Whatever.
That was whatever. Yeah, man, we both said the same.
No, because that was supposed to be Naomi and Sasha's moment, but I guess. I mean, it's they're a tag team, right?
I do. Yeah.
That the match is official. Right?
You like that?
Yeah.
Do we like that combination?
You know what? I want to briefly discuss that, right? What are Carmella and Zelina Vega doing with the women's tag team titles?
Nothing.
Right?
But what are Carmella? I mean, but what are Naomi?
In the words of Nori, and
shout out Drink Champ.
Very good.
Let's be real. Carmella's probably going to be busy with that show nobody's watching. Sorry.
Yeah. Nobody.
Nobody. And it's not even problem for me. It's not even because of Carmella. I would watch something with Carmella featured, but the Corey filter kind of messes that up. But I think that Naomi and Bianca. Whoa, hey, Naomi and Sasha.
Yeah.
Naomi and Sasha. I think that would bring more eyes to the women's tag team championships. Naomi is a star. As quiet as it's kept. People like to deny that. Sasha's a star. It gives them something to do because we're gonna be stuck with the transphobe as the women's champion, and so it gives them something to do.
Yeah, my headphones kind of but I'm listening. Yeah,
it gives them something to do. So
I don't even smoke cigarettes.
You want one?
Hopefully,
right now, dude.
Hopefully, the right decision is made, but I'm okay with Naomi and Sasha being a team. Give me Team Bad.
So you asked, what has Carmella and Zelina done as women's tag team champions? What is Naomi and Sasha gonna do as women's tag team champions? Probably nothing.
Be better than Carmella and Zelina.
Guys, they don't care about the women's tag team titles. They never did. I'm sorry. I said this before they even created the tag. The only reason they made those titles was to make Sasha happy. Literally. That's the only reason they created those tag team titles. To make Sasha and Bayley happy.
Well,
and then what happened?
Well, I mean, I think it's to a point where nobody's held that title that made it relevant in a while.
Sasha and Bayley. That
was a long time ago.
It's pandemic, during the Thunderdome era.
Yeah, pandemic era. So I think
the pandemic's not over. It's still kind of the pandemic.
Right. In New York, it feels like it is, but if you ask anybody on the street. But anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you put those titles on somebody who knows how to defend them correctly, I think it would bring relevancy back to it. The same way that John Cena with the United States title. We could give two craps about that United States title. I should have said the other word because that's how I feel. But and then John Cena, they put it on John Cena, and John Cena made it relevant again.
Yeah.
with the open challenges and everything like that and stuff. Bringing relevancy with the Miz with the Intercontinental title, bringing relevancy back to a title that nobody really paid attention to. So that's what I think is the problem with that. Like nobody cares because it's Carmella and Zelina.
But all right, so who did they beat? Who did Carmella and Zelina beat for those tag team titles?
Homeboy,
don't even remember.
I came to party. Yo, girl, look.
Who did they beat? Hold on.
Exactly.
Wait,
that's my thing.
No, I remember Nikki ASH and Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley.
Okay, and what did they do as tag team champions? Nothing.
Homeboy,
like I came to party. yo. I mean, honestly, these tag team titles, at this point, I don't. It's at the point where you could put them on anybody. I don't know how relevant it's gonna be, but you know what? We'll see. We'll see. Maybe because Sasha and Naomi are over and they are stars and they are former world champions, maybe it will bring some relevancy to the title. But I just, from everything WWE has shown me, those titles mean nothing.
So it's almost like they made those titles to give like the women a chance, other than being world champion, to get some TV time.
A mid-card title, yeah, like a mid-card championship for them.
So why not just do a mid-card title instead of tag title?
That's fair. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that. I just, one, you don't have enough tag teams anyway. Like, and I'm talking about the men's or women's division. You just don't have enough tag teams. You don't have enough people. So it's like I don't know. I always thought the women's tag team titles were stupid. And like, I've been on record saying that. And I wanted to be wrong. I really did. Me and V, we was doing these predictions even before we had Go for the Pin. And I remember we was talking about the women's tag team titles. And I remember I think V was excited for it. And I'm just like, bro, they hardly do anything with the men's tag team titles. So you think they're gonna really do anything with the women's tag team titles? Like, it was really, honestly and truly, I feel like it was just to shut Sasha up. Like, okay, here, girl, take this. Like, it's yours. Just to make them happy. And what, a month later they lost it, and it meant nothing. I don't know.
I really think because you make the point about not having enough tag teams in the men's and women's division.
Yeah,
I really think they should do with the men's what they're doing with the women's and have one singular WWE tag team champion. These two, like you said, they don't have enough tag teams to have a Raw brand tag title and a SmackDown tag title. They don't.
Well, they do have men's Raw tag team titles and SmackDown and men's SmackDown tag team champions. Remember Usos?
Yeah, I know, but they don't have enough talent for them to be two versions of the same belt. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think they have enough talent. Period. But that's a whole nother story to be doing all of these tag team matches, and that's why we get. I know I'm gonna offend some people, but that's why we get the Usos versus New Day 1,000 times because they have no other tag teams.
Right.
But okay, what was we? And then the
end of the show.
Yeah, Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you. Kevin Owens says he's got an idea. He had an epiphany. And for those people in Cleveland that didn't understand what that meant, I thought that was a great line. Anytime Kevin says anything like that, anytime they say anything like that to like the crowd, the hill on the crowd, I pop for that. So, for you people that don't understand what that means, I had this idea that came to me that and he's just talking about he's talking about Texas, and he's like, it's not gonna be JBL, it's not gonna be Booker T, it's not gonna be so and so, whatever. Sure. I got the perfect person. Stone Cold Steve Austin. There it is. Right. Stone Cold has responded.
Yeah.
And Stone Cold says, you're on. Yeah. So he said other stuff, but
is this a match or is this a KO show?
He said whatever you want to do. You want to do a KO show? We could do that. If you want to do a brawl? We could do that. If you want to have a match, I have one last one in me. And that's what Austin said.
Oh.
Honestly, to be quite honest, to be real frank, to be real franky line about this.
Oh, good one.
I don't care what happens between them. I'm gonna enjoy it anyway.
Right.
Now, I will say that them playing that glass break at the end of the damn show,
Yeah.
I almost flipped my laptop over because I thought he was there. Now,
Ding ding,
they,
got it.
they caught me. They caught me real. It was real quick. They caught me
Yeah.
because they went to the I guess they went to the graphic. And I hear
Mhm.
it. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
what? What's happening?
Hmm.
But of course, I was like, after a while, I was like, okay, no, they're
Does,
not
does
included.
WWE own that Stone Cold video? I think they do. All right, so I'm not even gonna mess with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm not gonna mess with
we
it.
don't want to get flagged, pal.
Yeah.
After weeks and weeks of Kevin Owens being real SpongeBob about this, and shout out to y'all who would get that.
Cause yeah.
You need the shoes from Texas or no? And Stone Cold basically being Sandy.
Yeah.
Just waiting for that moment where you're just running and then see that lasso and just explosion in the back.
Yeah. Oh
But
man.
people were saying, the people were doubting like Stone Cold's not gonna come back. I'm like, they were in Texas. I think I guess the money. Let's be real, the money had to be right for Stone Cold to even make an appearance. Because when was honestly the last time we had a Stone Cold appearance?
It was the 316 Raw where he stunned Byron Saxton, and that was about maybe a year and some change ago, I
That was
believe.
a year and some change ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So if he's saying that I have one more good match in me,
Yeah.
we might get a match. I don't know. I'd rather not know until it's time. I'm pretty sure the weeks or the 2 or 3 weeks before WrestleMania we'll probably get a Stone Cold appearance.
Yeah.
And we'll figure out, or they'll let us know exactly what it is. I'm okay with not knowing if it's a match or a segment. I'm okay with that.
Right.
I would rather be surprised about
Now, we knew Austin was going to be at WrestleMania. He was in all of the ads and all of the promo videos and everything like that. So you knew Austin was going to be at WrestleMania. Like, that wasn't the surprising part. The fact that he actually accepted this thing with Kevin Owens is surprising.
Yeah.
So Stunner versus Stunner here. The original versus the current.
So when do we see him? Do we see him on the Go Home show, or do we actually see him at the pay-per-view? Well, I know we're going to see him at the pay-per-view, but when's the first time we're going to see him? Do we see him at the Go Home show? Or
yeah, I can see that.
That'll
Yeah.
be
Go Home show. Let's do it. I like
Go
it.
Home show. Yeah.
Okay. What did you guys think of Raw? I didn't tap out. I will.
I didn't tap out either, surprisingly.
Is that a 1? We throwing up. Okay. Whoa now.
Whoa there.
That was sign language. That was not gang signs, you guys.
Okay, no problem. Edit that out. Yeah, but I'm just like, we don't edit out anything here, pal.
No, there's nothing to do with TV. It's great.
Send all letters care of DJ Knuckles, P.O. Box.
No, but
DJ Knuckles, P.O. Box.
What do you think of Raw? Yeah, let's start with you.
Who, me?
Yeah,
I want to give it a 1 count, but the Rollins KO match was too good for that.
Yeah.
Is there like in between 1 and 2?
We don't have a tier.
I'll give it a 2 count. I'll give it a 2.
Okay. But it was like a fast. It was like 1, 2, and then they kicked out real quick.
Yeah.
Like yeah. All right, gotcha.
Round up.
Right.
Yeah.
You go.
I'm also gonna give it a 2 count. I didn't hate Raw, but I didn't like jump for joy. Like there was some great moments, like of course RKO. Him finally saying Stone Cold Steve Austin when it was just he was just waiting for it to happen. Raw wasn't really bad. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either.
It wasn't great. I thought it was all right. I'll give it a 2 count. Yeah, 2 count.
Really quick.
Yeah.
NXT.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I was rushing on, but go ahead, go for it.
Oh, well, I'm just gonna spoil a couple of things here. So NXT was actually pretty good. Not Shotzi. Sorry. Dakota Kai and Wendy Chu move on to the next round of the Dusty Cup. Trying to run through some things here. I'm just going to talk about things that I actually cared about, and we'll get to the main event.
Now this is the Roadblock NXT, correct?
Yeah, this was Roadblock.
Okay.
This is
All
Roadblock.
right, gotcha.
We got a confrontation between Lash Legend and that fake big booty white woman y'all go up for, and
Sorry.
yeah,
Nikita Lyons. We're gonna say her name. Nikita Lyons.
Nikita.
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
So she was on Lashing Out. She called out the BBL, the whatever. Somebody called. I can't. Somebody called her.
That's
Somebody
actually
called
her.
her JBBL, and that was funny.
JBBL.
Yeah,
JBBO. That is
that
hilarious.
was. Y'all are hilarious.
That sounds like something you
Ultimate
would say.
Wagon.
It's not. I did not say it. I did not create that.
That's funny.
But
Yo, that
she
is
basically
hilarious.
said Lash basically said to Nikita, "Hey, Buck Wild, where'd your accent go?" Those who understand that Tiffany Pollard reference, thank you.
Wow.
But
Wow.
she's
New
like,
York?
yeah, your dad was a rock star, your mom was a groupie. She was like something about the BBL. She did say BBL on TV.
Wow.
She was like, oh, this is all natural, girl.
Mm.
And they're gonna have a match soon. I'm trying to think of some other things running through NXT. Oh, something I want to highlight: Io Shirai and Kaylee Ray versus Katie Canizaro and Lacey Lacey. I think her name is Lacey. But basically, that tag team. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't want to fuck up her name.
It's Lacey.
They had a tag team match. Who's gonna move on? That was the best match of the Women's Dusty Classic. If you have not seen it, I suggest you would. Granted, Io and Kaylee Ray won, even though I think the actual tag team should have won, but that's neither here nor there.
They're former world champions, though, so you know.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. I just wanted to skip to the end.
Yeah.
The triple threat match between Braun Breaker, Tommaso Ciampa, and Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
What a match. I also want to say this. There is a new NXT champion. And his name is Dolph Ziggler.
I'm not shocked, actually. I'm not shocked.
I can
Are
say
you
that.
me?
No, I'm not. This is not a work.
I'm not shocked.
I'm not ribbing you.
Wow.
It happened. And I'm, when he won, I was genuinely shocked.
I'm not.
I mean, I guess, but I was personally shocked because I didn't think they were going to do it. My thing is, I think they did this to put the NXT title match on WrestleMania and have Braun win again at WrestleMania.
I'm not a fan of flip flopping the NXT title. I'm not a fan of flip flopping titles, period. But the NXT title is one that we kind of, respect.
I agree.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say that a lot of you. I agree. But, here we go. Braun Breaker was on Raw. So I guess
was.
After.
And the crowd was silent.
Yeah. They didn't know that he was a singer. And I think that's part of my issue why I hate when they have second and third generation wrestlers. Yeah. For the most part, they change their names. It's like, yes, you want them to get over on their own, but it kind of helps if they, if their family is in the business, it kind of helps.
Right.
Because it'll determine if they care or not.
Yeah.
But it was a good match. It was a great match, actually. Great triple threat match. Of course, there were shenanigans involved. Bobby Roode was involved. And,
of course.
New NXT champion, Dolph Ziggler. I'm still processing it because it's just like, oh, damn, they really went with it. I mean, granted, it's another notch under Dolph Ziggler's belt. He can say that he's won almost every title that he's qualified to get. So,
Right.
hey, I'm not mad at it. I was just shocked.
Yeah. Well, I mean, congratulations to him. I'm
Yeah.
gonna check out NXT. And yeah. I think that's it for this week.
Yeah.
What did you give NXT as a whole?
NXT as a whole, I enjoyed the show. I'm gonna give it an earful.
Ah, there it is. It's like magic. It just pops up. All
Yeah.
right. Well,
Ooh.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, nothing.
Oh, okay. I was getting ready to wrap us up here.
Time to wrap
you
it up.
You go right ahead and do that.
All right. So with that being said, Mike, where
Yes,
can they
sir.
find you?
All right. Well, you can find me on Twitter at DJ Mike EQ and on Instagram at Mike_EQ. Follow the show. Okay.
Yeah.
On Instagram, it's at Go for the Pin Show.
Go for the pin underscore
Show.
show
Yeah.
on Instagram and
On
go for the pin
Instagram, there you
show
go.
on Twitter.
Yeah, see, this is why I usually let V plug it.
I'm gonna start making cue cards and just be like, somewhere in the closing credits you get it wrong.
Like
Right.
line.
It's okay.
Line.
Whether it's V, whether it's me, it's okay.
Yeah, it happens. We're adults.
Don't worry
here.
about it. We'll dub it.
It's fine. Okay, so you can find me on Instagram at KingV_the_ruler and on Twitter at _watchmythrone. And where can they find you, Jonathan?
I am DJ_Knuckles, all lowercase on Instagram. I am also JPS Music 15 on Instagram. You can find me on the Snap, JPS Music. I guess I'm on Twitter. Mike, what's my Twitter handle again?
it's JPS Music. JPS Music 15 on Twitter.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
how much I'm into Twitter right now. But yeah, so big show in Savannah Sunday. WWE will be here.
Oh,
So I will be there.
yes.
And I will be there with my United States title, and I wish someone would run up.
Okay.
Just saying.
All right.
Oh, I'm always ready. But so I'm looking forward to that show.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that's the gimmick right now. Thank you guys again.
We look forward to hearing about live notes from the show. It's a house show, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Check out the Instagram. I'll probably go Instagram live at one point or just take some pictures and stuff.
Nice.
I got floor seats, so yeah. So.
Oh, yes. We like floor seats.
Okay.
Right, that's what's up. We like floor seats.
Right here. Yeah, right here.
This guy.
right here in the, because we just built a new arena here, so they're bringing everything here all at one time. Like, so AEW should be here within like summertime. We're just waiting, So
Okay. All right, that's what's up. Any other like music projects you got coming up? Any gigs you want to promote? Anything you got? This is your form.
Ooh, so I am currently in collab, and I'm not going to say this person's name because I don't want to spoil it, neither jinx it. But I am in collab with someone with trying to get a regional DJ battle competition going.
Oh.
So and it's just regional for right now, like the South, and then if we can grow it, then we'll start growing it more toward Northeast in your area, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if we grow it, we will definitely get to you. You will be getting the email, sir.
All right. I like the sound of that.
So that's something I'm working out with the connection of mine that I made a couple of weeks ago, and we chatted it up. So hopefully that'll work out, and if it does, it's going to be something really, really big. So
all right, that's
what's on the agenda right now. So I'm excited.
Okay. All right, we'll be looking forward to hearing all about this. So April 20th, Battle Club Pro. If you're in New York City, make sure you check that out. All right, that's it. That's all I got.
That's it. So we'll see you guys next week, not live because it's my birthday. Okay.
Yeah, we got that.
Break out the bottles, ladies and gentlemen.
We are gonna have somebody special on, but we'll leave that to you guys to find out next week. That's it. That's all. See you guys next time. Have a good night.
Keep it cute.